There, I think I fixed my problem. Is that better now, Jack? Better? Yay, we have it. Okay, so let me start again then so I can re-explain what the heck I was just rattling on about. Thank you, Jack. You're a legend. Okay. All right, so let's start again so you can all understand me, okay? Because that will make the reading a lot easier. Okay, so Libra coming in. Thank you so much, Jack. You're a legend. Cheers. I owe you a drink. Okay, Heineken on Laura. Now, so coming into October, coming into this reading, we do have the Wheel of Fortune. So this really does, this does speak to me of the fact that we're trying to take a chance here, Libra. We are really, really trying to, take a chance here, have a bit of a gamble in the fact that we're putting it out there. We're really, really trying to, it doesn't reflect good or bad. It's really about, rolling the dice, having a bit of a gamble and seeing where it goes. It's about having the balls to give it a hot shot, basically. Whether good or bad, it doesn't really reflect in this card when it's in its upright. It's more about the fact that we're putting it out there. We're trying to be in the right place at the right time, and we're trying to bring in the chance, the offering, the option, whatever it may be attaining to. Okay? Crossing obstacles, issues. Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles. So the issues and obstacles for Libra for the month of October is that of balance. We're feeling like we're trying to be very having agility here with the pentacle. It's going back and forth. It's like a seesaw effect, really, basically. But we are feeling a little bit tired, I feel, with this. We just want it to be balanced, leveled out, but we're too busy going back and forth, and it's getting a little bit tiring, I want to say. It's probably why it's the obstacle or issue for you guys, because we just need some balance here in that monetary. Okay? Crowning this whole reading, we have the Page of Pentacles inverted, okay? So this does speak to me about the fact we are being a bit unrealistic in some of our goals. We're also being a bit rebellious or a bit wasteful here, sort of pissing away the pentacle. We've got opportunities, but we may not be using them to our most fullness or not using them in the way that really attains to being quite useful to us. We've sort of got options here. We've sort of got some monetary means, but rather than using it wisely, we're being a bit rebellious to that fact. We're being a bit wasteful to that fact. Okay, the root of the reading in many ways, why we are here, we have the Lovers inverted. So this is the sign of Gemini coming through now. So this says to me something was unrequited. Now, this can refer to, of course, a love relationship, but it can also be a relationship with your children maybe, or relationship with friends, family, so on and so forth. There's something here that's just not working. And I can see that you have put a lot of effort into this, but it's very much unrequited. It's very much not working. It is very much hit the skids, I want to say. So we may be considering releasing this or maybe reassessing this to wonder whether it's something that we really, really need, want in our lives at this present time. Past energy leaving you now, but still prevalent. We have the sign of Leo coming through now with strength. So in the past energy, I can see for Libra that we really, really did try very, very, very hard here to make gains here with having strength, having a lot of zest, a lot of courage, and a lot of bravado. Really trying to tame that beast, internal, external, trying to make something here of what we have and what we wanted to really championize. It's not a bad thing. We were really trying to be very strength-ridden and trying to, I'm going to do something for you, Jack. There you go. And really have strength in what we were championizing here. Trying to have strength in daily living perhaps, or maybe in attitudes as well. Okay. Moving forward now into the future energy, we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So the future energy says to me, with the Four of Pentacles, with it being inverted, is that we are being very sharing. Yes, I did mod you, my darling. Enjoy the blue. So, for helping me out. So for the Four of Pentacles inverted, this is very, very much the fact of being a little bit wasteful in the fact that we are giving too much. Rather than cleaving hold and, being a little hoarded. You're welcome, Jack. And being hoardish, we are really giving a lot. So this says to me, say, for example, you go out to dinner with all of your friends, for example. You'd be paying the bill. You're just not thinking of the future with monetary. You're really You know, you're living large, living big, you're living for today, which is all great. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you keep doing that in the future energy, you really are going to be going without, because it's that sensation of, oh, I help all these other people out. Now I don't have a pentacle to buy my dinner with. I'll call up a friend, and no one gives an A to the K. No one gives a shit that you can't afford a Heineken with your dinner. You know what I mean? Funny analogy. So yeah, it's that sensation that, yeah, you can share it around, but don't expect that pentacle to come back to you, because it probably won't. Okay, advice from Spirit. Seven of Cups reversed. Okay, so this says to me that we are honing in on one particular thing. Spirit is saying where there was a lot of options, now you're really honing in on one particular option. You've really decided very decisively what you want, and you're sort of honing in on that now. And Spirit is saying this is the best way to go for you. Don't get all confused by the glitz and the glamour of Hollywood, so to speak. Hone in on that one thing that you desire most of all. You could have a lot of options. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's just stay focused, Libra. Let's stay totally devoted to one thing, and let's make that one thing rock. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So outsiders looking in, this is their views, not necessarily what's going on. It's just the outsider's view of you and your situation. Okay. So we have the Six of Wands. Okay. So outsiders looking in are seeing someone that should be really championized for their efforts, someone that really deserves respect, acclamations, praise, a lot of cheering going on from the crowd and their supporters and or people around them. Someone that's done a lot of good or hard work and really deserves, a bit of a celebration in that fact, a real pat on the back and say, yeah, Libra, you did it. You're awesome. Way to go. You know what I'm saying? Hopes and or fears. Okay, guys. So hopes and or fears, we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Oh, now this kind of says to me that there is prosperity without happiness here. Again, I'm getting that pissing away the pentacle. We're feeling a little misery-ish here because we have had opportunities, but we've wasted them, or we've not used them correctly. We're not using wise investment here. Yeah, I like the Heineken too. And definitely we are just we're not making use of the opportunities we're being gifted. Now, the reason my face went a little bit weird when I drew the cards was because of this outcome. Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords does not need much introduction and or explaining. The outcome for this reading is heartbreak. It is rupture. It is pain. Now, the reason I think this is painful is because you're going to learn a harsh lesson during October, Libra. What goes around does not necessarily come around. And if you're hoping that all of this prosperity and all of this pentacle energy, especially that you're putting out into the world, is going to come back to you threefold, don't. Because sitting in that kind of mind frame of what you give is what you get isn't necessarily the way it always works. Sometimes you will get used and abused in this world. And I'm feeling like there is some heartbreak to be had here for Libra if you keep on that mind frame, if you keep down that path. Okay, guys? So just keep that in mind. It's all good to share, but don't share beyond your means, because if you share beyond your means, you may end up lonely and broke. All right, so now we're going to clarify this now and try to get another level deep as to what all this shit is attaining to. Okay, guys? So let's have a look-see. So let's clarify this for Libra now. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of October 2021. So hopefully it might not be all so bad and so sad, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. For Libra, please, I need clarification of this reading. Please clarify this reading for Libra for the month of October. Please, spirits and guides. All right. Let's hit it and find out what is really going on here. All right. Okay. Oh, yeah, there is some serious. Ugh. All right. Well, okay. I was hoping for some betterness, if that's even a word, but apparently not. Okay. So judgment in reverse. So we are sacrificing too much for things or not sacrificing enough. There are a lot of judgments coming in where you're going to be wearing the brunt of it. I want to say it's not fair. In the bottom line, it's just not fair, and you're going to be feeling that something fierce, that it's not fair. We're not feeling too good about this. I want to say we're not feeling too great about all of this. But let's have a look further, and then we'll find out exactly what's what. So as I said, let's square dance it back through again, because that's the way we do it here. So we had that Wheel of Fortune. So like I said, we're trying to bring in a chance here, whether good or bad. We are, rolling the dice and hoping for the best. And that's clarified by the Knight of Cups. Okay. So Knight of Cups, that's really saying to me someone that's a little bit sly, trickery, Oh, very nice. Bit of trickery, a bit of slyness. I'm feeling that there is a sensation of a person that's capable of swindling you. So you're trying to bring in a new chance here, but there's someone around you perhaps, or someone that is saying to you, yeah, it'll be all right. But inside their head, they really do know that it's not going to work out all that well for Libra. Just take a chance, just take a punt, put an extra 10 in the pokies, for example. I'm feeling like they know you're going to bring in a loss here, even though you're trying very hard to bring in some gains. It's that thought that someone's there in the shadows, sort of being a little bit mischievous, sort of, being a little bit of a smart ass, I want to say. There is an invitation here, though. There is an advancement to be had here. And I'm feeling like you are trying to look at things at its most possible and most prevalent and its most best side of it. But whether this is an opportunity, a prospect, a proposal that you want is another thing altogether. So there is a chance here of an advancement, of a proposal. Just be careful that this person that you are going towards is genuine in their regard, because I don't know why. Usually the Knight is a wonderful thing, especially when it's upright, But I'm getting that feeling because it is with the Wheel of Fortune, and that doesn't reflect good or bad. It's really putting yourself out there for a chance, that this invitation, this proposal, this advancement may not be all it's cracked up to be. Take the blinders off. Look at it for what it really is. So the crossing obstacles issues, we had the Two of Pentacles, which was all about needing some balance here, having a lot of agility here, trying to keep it all going when it's all sort of the wheels are falling off. With the King of Cups now, so we had the Knight of Cups, now we've got the King of Cups. The Knight of Cups, he is very responsible. He is very loving, giving, creative. He's very responsible, reliable, very, honest, very deep, very emotional. So I'm seeing that you're not lying to yourself about the fact that you are really struggling to have the agility here to really manage all of this. It's very hard, it's very back and forth, and it's very tiresome, I want to say. But you're being very responsible in the fact that you ain't lying to yourself. You're going, yeah, I know this is hard work. Yes, I know that I can't seem to level this out. And you're trying to be very creative in the way of looking at this and saying, well, what else can I do? How else can I have more agility in handling this? Or how else can I tackle this to really bring in the balance I need and have some levelness out of something that's very choppy and very, seesaw. Crowning this whole reading. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles inverted with the Five of Swords. Okay, so like I said before, crowning this reading, the Page of Pentacles inverted, is someone that's being a bit unrealistic, very wasteful, very rebellious, raging against the machine sort of thing. Like, I've got it today, I'm going to live for today, F tomorrow, I don't give two shits about that. I got bills to pay, I'm going to the pub and having the best steak meal, drinking a whole keg of Heineken, and I'm just going to get smashed. Tomorrow I'll worry about that. And you wake up the next day and the moths fly out of your wallet. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of energy of, oh, crap, I've done it again. With that Five of Swords, I'm seeing here that we are feeling a little bit defeated here. We are feeling like there is a lot of destruction as well from others. So maybe other people are like, yeah, let's go to the pub and have a good drink. And you're like, yeah, brilliant idea. It's my payday. So I'll shout 20 rounds. We'll all get smashed and pass out on the sofa. And then, oh crap, I've got no money. I've got a whole, fortnight or bye week until I get paid. And I don't know what I'm going to do here. So we are pissing away a lot of that opportunities that we could really be using, really bringing in, living in the moment. Exactly. Really living in that moment, which is, it's nothing wrong with that. So long as you understand that it's going to be a lot of repercussions from that. And with that Five of Swords, that really says to me that this is going to turn into a very, very destitutional sort of outlook if you keep playing that game. The root of the reason we are here in many ways, we have the Lovers reversed and the Star reversed. Okay, so the Lovers reversed, as I said before, is Gemini energy. Okay, so there's something unrequited here. This could be love. This could be any sort of connection here. But this is with the Star reversed, is telling me this is something that you once really did hope for, but you're starting to see that this wish will never come true. This is something that you may have wanted really deep. You may have thought this person was your counterpart, or this was someone that you really had deep and meaningful sentiment with, but you're starting to realize that all that's gold doesn't necessarily glisten. And sometimes we can invest all heart, soul, and wish upon a star for it, only to realize that our wishes are unfulfilled, and this relationship, this connection, is not bringing in what it should, or maybe what once did. It's unrequited. It's not working for you. It's leading you to feel quite miserable. It's leading you to question a lot of things here about whether you even want to attain or be with this or around this anymore. Because you're starting to see that this is an unfulfillment. Massively. With both these cards inverted, it just says to me that this is big red stop sign for you, Libra, saying this is just it's hit the skids. It's really hit the skids big time. Past energy leaving you now, but still prevalent for the reading. We have the Strength card with the Seven of Swords. So in the past, Libra, we were really championizing strength. We were trying to really have a lot of courage, a lot of bravery, internal, external. We're trying to tame the beast internal, really trying to be very brave, strengthful, very courage-ridden person, and we will put that out there. Why? Because the Seven of Swords. We've known what heartbreak and or thievery is, It's also that feeling of needing to save your own skin, trying to maybe hide a little bit of how hurt you are by putting strength in the forefront. You know what I mean? Living with a bit of a barrier, like a shield or a mask, I guess you could say, masking the pain. If I just show how, courage-ridden and how strengthful I am and how bravado I am, no one will really know inside that I am kind of withering and feel like I'm kind of dying inside a little bit. It's also that need to save one's skin. The Seven of Swords really does depict the fact of stealing from the other's camp, so those swords can't be used against you in war the next day. So it's that feeling of, if I show enough strength and put it out there, no one will have the balls or gall to come at me as well. Because if I look like I've got it all going on, no one's going to want to take that on. You know what I mean? So it's sort of trying to save one's skin through sort of putting something out there that may not actually be genuine. You may actually feel inside like you have been crumbling somewhat. Future energy coming in now. Oh, God, this is a bit of a doozy. Four of Pentacles reversed with the Ten of Cups reversed. Good Lord, could you ask for a more pissy combination? Okay, so this is like that hangover. It's a bit of a doozy. Now, Four of Pentacles reversed, like I said, you're giving away too much. You're living in the moment. You're living the dream. Like, I've got the money. Let's spread it around. Dollar bills. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But it's leading you to be very freaking unhappy with the Ten of Cups reversed. It's not bringing in any fulfillment for you here. Sharing it around to the point where you're going without, you don't have anything the next day, or you're not having anything to sustain you long term, is leading you to feel very unhappy. And it's leading you to feel a little bit almost robbed, I want to say. Even though this is of your own doing, no one's actually coming in and stealing from you, but you do feel like it's bringing in a shitload of unhappiness here. With that 10 Ten of Cups reversed, that's a real saying of, a lot of rage due to pettiness. There's a lot of quarreling here. There's a lot of unhappiness here in general. And I see that that's what you're doing to yourself. Like, God damn it, I paid for their dinner 3 times this week. What did I get for it? I'm sitting here all pissed off, alone, and I can't pay my internet bill, and I can't talk to the sexy lady on the other side of the world. Bad analogy, okay, guys. I know I'm not good at the analogies, but I'm telling you, this is kind of what you're doing. You're taking it all out in yourself, and you're getting really angry at yourself. But at the end of the day, who do you have to blame? Yourself. And I think that's what's making you angry. That goodwill's just not coming back. It ain't coming back, baby. It ain't coming back. Advice from Spirit. We have the 7 of Cups reversed with the 10 of Wands reversed. So we've got a lot of 10s coming through here. Both, they're inverted, but they are completing of cycles. So I am seeing you are learning a lesson here eventually for this. It's just going to take a few, probably 10 rounds to do it. So Spirit is saying 7 of Cups reversed. You may have a lot of options, but you're honing in on one particular option, and you want to go for this. This is a goal that you feel that you could attain or are about to obtain. Okay. The 10 of Wands reversed is really saying to me that, there is some sort of a traitor, a deceiver, someone around you that is bringing in bad will upon you, or is leading you down a path of misdirection. Spirit is trying to say to you, do not look at all them other cups. If you know you want one bloody cup, you hone in on that one cup. You don't look at all them other cups, because if you do that, you may get caught up in someone else's thought, opinion, wants, and it's not the wants for you that they want. It's what they want for them. A bit of a Yuzi kind of energy fluttering around in the background there. So outside is looking in their views, not necessarily what's going on. It's just their view of you and your situation. 6 of Wands with the 7 of Wands reverse. A lot of fire energy coming through here for an air sign too, I've got to add. So, that 6 of Wands is really, getting a lot of accolades from the crowd, really getting your dues in the way of getting pat on the back, well done, Libra. You've done well. We can see that you've worked hard for this. Congratulations. But when I see that 7 of Wands with that next to it, it does have the feeling of, you do have some hesitancy. You are being a little bit cautionary that maybe this won't last, or maybe people are being a little bit non-sincere, I want to say, in their accolades towards you. It's that feeling of, oh yeah, this is pretty good. Everyone's patting me on the back, but hang on a minute. Did I really do anything to deserve this? Or are they taking the piss out of me? Kind of thing. It's feeling like you're the butt of someone's joke a little bit, I want to say. You're not really quite sure if you really earned this, or whether they're just doing it to try and put you on a pedestal just to knock you off at the end of the night. Don't sit on pedestals might be the aim of the game. Sit on a flat chair where your feet can touch the ground, Libra. That's my advice, especially if you're going drinking. Now, hopes and or fears, the Ace of Pentacles reversed with the Queen of Wands reversed. What is this shit? All right, so the Ace of Pentacles reversed is that of misusing the prosperity, misusing wealth, pissing away the pentacle, downright and straight, and being quite miserable to that fact. Now, when we mix that with the Queen of Wands reversed, she's a badass in the fact that she's very freaking unstable. She has unstable emotions. She's very fickle. She has a lot of resistance. She doesn't want what others want. She wants what she wants. She's very selfish, and she will oppose or go against anyone. She doesn't give a shit. She'll say her piece no matter what. She's never usually right, though, because she's very self-driven. She has a lot of passion, but only to her own self-need. She's very selfish. She's very dishonest. She's a bit, infidelity-ish. She's not exactly a keeper. She's more of a player, and she's very freaking jealous. This woman is just, gender isn't specific with this card. It's more characteristic specific, but this is someone that is becoming very conceited, very jealous, very pissed off. So Libra, like I've been saying all through this reading, if you keep pissing away your opportunities, especially with monetary means, to gain accolades from your friend group or from the crowd, you're going to be miserable and you're going to turn out to be a conceited, nasty bitch. In a nutshell. Yes, basically. So just, Ellen, Infinite, my babe. Mwah, nice to see you, darling. So, this is really saying to me, guys, if you keep pissing away your pentacles, if you keep pissing away your monetary means and or gains, it's going to make you bitter. It's going to make you jealous, and it's going to make you come across as someone that is really downright nasty. And being a fellow air sign, I know Libras are lovely people. But like us all, you can get in that mind frame of this is the way it's going. And you start getting all up in your head. You start ripping yourself to shreds, and you start getting a little narky. Okay, we don't want that. Now, excuse me, the all-important outcome, the outcome. All right, that darn Three of Swords, and this is backed by Temperance in reverse. Sign of Sagittarius coming through now. So, Three of Swords is heartbreak, loss, rupture, all of that jazz. All of that pain and affliction. Why? Because we're not having moderation. We're not having any balance here. We're not having any temperance. We're not having any patience. We've got, we use, we lose, we go again. That's what I've been saying this whole reading, guys. You piss away the opportunities. It's going to lead to misery. It's going to lead to you picking yourself apart. And you're only going to have yourself to blame at the end of the day. You could try to deflect it and say, well, I gave Arthur 6 dinners this week and a great, I took her to Disneyland. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean you're going to get anything in return. You're just going to end up sitting there alone with no steak dinner. So what do you really want from October, Libra? Do you want to make everyone else happy thinking that you're the best in the world because you shout every round at the local pub? Or do you really want to be happy because you've got something there for yourself? Food for thought. All right, so now we'll get to the additional messages. It's so good of you guys. Jocelyn's here too. Yay. To all my beautiful peeps. So we have share your gifts. Share your gifts, Libra, but maybe not your wallet. Your creative positivity impacts the world. It's ripe with beauty and innovation. Everyone benefits from your art, especially you. Get to know your talent in a muse. Nurture your vision. Your unique gifts are meant to be shared. There's no reason you can't share. But I think we need to understand that there is a point where a line in the sand does need to be drawn about what is too much. Because if we go too much and we start going without, it's only going to bring a lot of misery in for my Librans. And we don't want that. We want happy Librans, okay? We don't want sleeping under the bridge type styles, okay? All right, whoa, okay. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So I'm seeing that was the foundation, the root of the reading with that. The star and the Lovers reverse, guys. There is maybe a little bit of deception or just a little bit of unhappiness here. And I think that you are starting to really question about, is this really worth my time? Is this worth my investment? Does this really make me happy? Only you know that, Libra. All right, so let's find out what else there is. What else is there for Libra, please? For October, please, spirits and guides. Okay, we've got a few here. So let's have a look. So we have Earth, which is all about grounding. And I'm seriously seeing that you need to get real and get grounded about this current situation. Whether it's monetary, relationships, A to the K, it doesn't really matter. We need to get grounded and really consider what is it that we really want to grow from this. We have the Lady Goddess. Ooh, feminine energy. So, maybe you're investing a lot of your money into a feminine energy, if you know what I mean. Hoping that you might get something out of it. I'm just going to leave that there. Just, All right. Familiar, guardian. So maybe you should speak to someone, whether it's your cat or whether it's someone that you trust. But definitely be be a bit in the energy of not too scared to ask, and really have a bit of guardedness about you, I want to say, as you move forward, because it's all good at the time to be putting it out there. It all seems like a good idea at the time, but let's just think beyond the here and now about moving forward. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to move that there for a sec while I get the cards to find out what spirit animal is yours for the month of October. For Libra, please. Oh, okay. Well, that was bloody easy. We've got the walrus, which is, oh, good Lord. Remain vigilant about the current situation. Pay attention to the signs and omens and let them dictate your choices. So your spirit animal for the month of October is the walrus, but I will get you the full book meaning because honestly, it has a lot to say about what it's all about. Okay, guys? So here we go. Signs and omens show up in a myriad of ways, from the winds rustles of the trees that make it seem as if they're whispering to you at a barely audible level, to the rainbow that appears just before an event in which you're participating. When you're pondering any kind of question about your life's purpose, whether it's relationships, career, or even everyday concerns, such as whether to actually take the vacation that you were planning, you can ask Spirit to give you clear and specific signs. Then watch, listen, feel, and allow thoughts to flow. While you may not always get obviously clear responses, more often than not, you'll pick up on signs or cues through your eyes, ears, and sensations in your body, or thoughts that seem to come out of the blue. You may even have vivid and remarkably lucid dreams that you can easily recall in the morning. Look for the unusual and repetitious. For example, if you hear someone at the supermarket talking about Phoenix in an auditory way, for example, and then you spot on a billboard advertisement with the word Phoenix promotedly displayed visually, and then recall a period of time where you lived in that city feeling a calmness and joy, which would be a sensation. When you bring up that memory, cognitive, these are all clues. It could be about the city Phoenix or Arizona, or it could be a subtle way that the spirit guide Phoenix is calling to you, offering his help where you're ending one cycle and completely beginning a next. So be very, very cued in to synchronicities. This can even be angel numbers and things of that nature. If you're seeing, like, for some reason lately, I've been seeing like 1111 and 333 and 555 freaking everywhere. Freaking everywhere. But these synchronicities are trying to speak to you, whether that's through verbalization, visualization, or, audio, through listening, sight, sound, or cognitive. It doesn't really matter. These are all hi, Jean, darling. So these are all adding up to something and a message for you. So be in tune to the subtle beings and pluckings of the world, because there are things trying to be gifted to you, insight that's trying to come through. Also, just be in awe of the walrus, because there is a lot to be said for it. Remain vigilant and really pay attention to what's going on around you, because what you think you may be investing in may not be what you're investing in at all. It may just be an elusive illusion that doesn't in fact exist. Okay, so thank you all for joining me on another round of Red Ski's Righteous Readings. I'm going to grab a coffee and then I will come back where we will probably hit Virgo, okay, for the month of October. So thank you everyone for joining me, for Jean, for Ellen, for Jocelyn, and of course Jack. Thank you so very much, Jack. And I will see you very, very soon, hopefully over at Libra in about 15 minutes time. Okay, guys? Love yous all. Bye, guys. Take care.